Honorable Timothy Atabuade Awotrim, or ye former member of parliament for Bulsa North. Honorable Pachoso Dino Mamoni yo. Dominic de Onono Bukumi. Dominic
I want tirim.
I want tirim.
I want tirim.
I want tirim.
I Atabuade.
I want tirim. Okay, me that's it.
So no, so Chichem said obey our born correct. On first of all, mistake.
That's radio from the NPP.
Maybe Uber me want to know that. Why you say
not I mean, I'm Mama Chin. Honorable, I want to what Shadamba had me know.
My bar order studio, Asempa and Adom TV.
Oh, okay.
But no name first day, I mean,
okay. But that's it. That's
the same frame.
That's Papa. And Yabeshan come on and say, Yemfa, Asadama, you make Quahudwa, Omo Aswaya, and a syntax tank, a strong, a tough, and a weak mineral water. Madaroma and omo aso yasin. Honorable Timothy menshasi in free so me say near air trend near beka wansem the limited voters registration exercise and now exactly 1 week the 7th day yeshasi any and electoral commission the womo jumedia ya womo etaidie let the citizen know serious and one more the surge media share. So of course electoral commission boy amani say within the first 6 days I registered 182,831 new voters. So far your observations the first 6 days. Honorable Timothy.
Yo made our say ana medaminu nana Fredia say, M7 ni share ache. Yeah, you may ache pant and I'm who need it. I had to say the my special selection. I was surprised because I'm in some Bible share. Yeah. And electoral commission ended the recent limited voter registration exercise. I think we've come a long way as a country. We've gone through seasons of registration, and this is not the first time I limited registration. And I major registration, so I changed the voter register on a number of occasions and so on. Then at this particular one, then some doors, and then there was pressure on the EC and Sana Mobile give us the breakdown. Then why did they go wrong as an institution? Did they even admit that they went wrong? And are they listening to public opinion? You see, and this particular electoral commission under the G. Mpensen's administration must be careful because what legacy no person mujansa na mo free hon mo. Say that chin wo mu ni ho ye de be kai ka mo. The election on person caught a lot of pain in people's ass. And before that, do you know that elections, a very serious exercise so no political party and our civil society and any institution takes it light at all. Because it is everything that we revolve our democracy around. Inti electoral commission so be and at this electoral commission the omo carve a niche for them for always being on the wrong side of the news or even the law. Really? Yes. And I'll come to that. This is an electoral commission that deals with IPAC. Now IPAC now more deal with who call IPAC now you are going to deliberate a debate over the issues, even though they are not bound by law to accept it. But the continuous contribution of the political parties to the policies and guidelines of elections have shaping a law on elections up to today that we have a robust law. This electoral commission under G. Mpensenpensenmu and Omo Bar, what they do is that Omo Bar now to say Omo Beka Asemno Ombeka di Omo decide and yet the Omo be deliberating on Timobano. You are coming to only receive information they want to churn out to you. You are not part of it. They see what last a year by parties in our party now could be because we've been boycotting for some time now. the MPP party was a major stakeholder there. Call for this registration exercise. No, 268 districts. The race issue, the MPP said it was going to be a problem. All the political parties that agreed, and that Ankomo Konoma Sayaba. That's a fix proper, the what they could hear from the news was that they are going ahead to do. Yet you didn't agree initially. This electoral commissioner who, handedly, the pen stopping the people of Sal, Santrofi, Akpafu Lolobi from voting on the eve of election, denying a whole constituency, over 30,000 registered by a stroke of a pen. It has never happened on the eve of election. This is the electoral commission that today people are doing election. That so we doing a friends registration. So we nisika registration, which is an entitlement. It's an inalienable right given to you by the Constitution. Yet you must pay money. You must look for resources. When nisika registration way. You will wish to go there. How can registration be tied to your economic power? The law says that the elections must be done in a suitable environment, accessibility, and expand the voter register. They must take regulation to do that. Does it fit into that law? And no, cannot say. It is not the intention of the Electoral Commission to disenfranchise voters. Yes, it is not your intention. But what you are doing, is it disenfranchising voters and suppressing voters? Yes. Why are you not correcting it? I don't know what to mean correcting it. And then be Electoral Commission, no family there. That's why when you with the budget called parliament, they give you, even including the pesos now the go, At this time, I can say most of the government institutions, their budgets were cut down because we're going through an economic austerity. Into a budget, Electoral Commission's budget alone was given to her. Everything. You budgeted for 268, Whom are you telling that cock and bull stories? You didn't budget for 40 to 39 police stations and what about 268? You are not lacking logistics in terms of even the machines. The registration machine, you are not lacking. You are not also lacking vehicles to move down. It is not a question of logistics at all. It is that why I want to say there, you are the alpha and omega of the Electoral Commission. Behind you, there's no one. In front of you, there's no one. And yes, you are doing it according to law. No law empowers the Electoral Commission to do what he's doing. He's causing pain and frustration to people. Exercise that the live rate from Bulsa is Kadima. You need about 30, your friend is saying, kilometers to travel to Sandema. And a market a park of Bulsa South. Maybe or Bulsa North. Okay. Okay. Hunting a park site Bachonsano. And a Bachonsano, look, it's even far than that. And to Fimbisi. Easy office no him fan. Fimbisi. That's the capital. Okay. And our markets, Bulsa North, yeah, market near 3-day cycle. Bulsa South, a 7-day cycle. Into Mesikana, you have to find other means from Kadima to Sandama, either through a bicycle, a boboyana, Abano, or through a motorbike. A honeymoon and your Okada. Into no po be back. I just saw question or the Amano to for another Akodiaba. And it's a rainy season. The road from Sandama to Riaga and to Kadima is bridges in Impo, Oma Washington, I had too narrow. One was Obiko from Kadima to Sandama. That's when Timmy and register no better. And our machines not so much different one machines. You said the first day challenges on network failure and Kekahunano. Anka Kadma Hormona, they have about 7
machines than a permanent Dr. Shiboko Kukasa or say district office Biama 4.
They shouldn't be telling me it's not even for them.
Dr.
Should not be telling us what the sort of person will say.
Who who is supposed to?
Yeah, me can
talk
say,
about?
me can say who is not supposed. All this should have even been done. I heard him on Mujoy Saturday program. He talked about the sanctity. The sanctity of the register.
Yes.
We are also talking about the sanctimonious of our votes and our register. You are talking about sanctity of the register. So what? So the sanctity means that you must reduce the electoral area to make it sanctimonious. Is that how sanctity works? You must reduce the number so that when the numbers are small, it makes you don't even trust your system. You cannot do with that. Even if you are talking about sanctity, the whole culture and say electoral office now man for be free every polling station no. Me too pa. E better na wa identify say nipa oba no we free new community no. Because in communities we know ourselves. But when we all gather like a market, we cannot know ourselves. The electoral commission should know and know better. There are regulations, time tested. Look, because of one voter, Honorable Afenyamak in the court, the whole assembly election was cancelled some years back. It cost the taxpayers money. Because of this electoral register, I'm for Supreme Court. Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said they should come and expunge cars, national health insurance card. It cost the country. Sorry, Bosman Asaren so say, it's not compulsory. But who even says compulsory? You're a lecturer of political science. Who told you that it was compulsory? We know, but it's a civic responsibility. I can register and decide not to vote, but I must be part of the register, compiling register voters. So the compulsory nature does not come in. It's a civil responsibility. But the Constitution guarantees that I should register that vote and be part of a decision making. A bit more say assembly election mean to mean registration, mean to mean voting. Say even the general election I might not be able to vote. But that does not mean that anytime I can vote. Anytime I can choose to vote. It's a matter of choice. Choice is an inalienable right. You can't take it away from people. And the electoral commission knows that. With what regulation? With what did you use to do that? And look, the laws are very clear. What was an electoral commission? Man, year registration after 2020 election. And in the year 2019, I'm year registration. What did you mean? 2019 year registration. You were estimating to do 500 new people onto it. You deployed 1,500 machines. Your friend is saying, what's in Nippon there? Three boys telling that there are about 4 or so machines there. You know, Unim say initially, non-percent district officers of electoral commission come here, the presiding people on make sure amount 4D. And the district directors rejected it. You know why they rejected it? They said that if they preside over it, that's a semba, when the back car semen will be the arbiter of the case there. Asano Machiasa, regional electoral officer. Why resign the greater regional officers? He has disagreed with the policies now. He has resigned completely. In the case of voter suppression, this is the IEA lecturer. Now, IEA, your friend is saying, Jimenez and all IEA will criticize her about this type of thing. So it means that when you come as an officer representing or manning a public institution, bada yina will criticize and fan bahon mu jato nche na me would take over from me at the papa na me juma papa no trust no any better. You don't come and every time election so asema anka yese kan ho asem tembia. My brother, is that what we've asked public officers with the taxpayers' money to do for us? To cause pain? To deny us, to suppress it? The taxpayers' money are out. And when some way see a court, you even instructed the police officer, security people not to give access to your friend is saying, court bailiff or institution versus institution, the Supreme Court is coming to serve you on a matter that has been filed against your institution and you are dodging, which you are a lawyer. What's a lawyer? Senior lawyer, now police officer, and does it take instructions? The security do they take instructions from a electoral commission? No. Honorable taking instructions from those who deploy them there to go and do security work. They don't take instruction. If an institution, normally it's state security bar, they've been directed on how to protect the inmates of the place and the property, and they are not obliged to take. I can't instruct them. A G-man somewhat to me, yes, sir. Well, yes, sir, we never bar. Until I say, look, dear Oyeno, he's in link with the government, with the MPP to suppress vote. Why do we say that? As some way by no share any MPP no. I just said on my chum once, I was on one of them yesterday. Dear Okacha say, yeah, MPP yafa plan B that all over the constituencies. Yeah, we are busing our people too. Must registration of voters, potential voters, be about busing and using resources to bus people to there when we can deal with that.
And this is from more busing.
Yes, Anameka. Okay. We are busing, we are in opposition. We can differentiate between our resources and what government is bled. We cannot get it clear as to how government uses our tax. Your friends tax resources. Okay. So if we blame people in government, we are right because we don't take people tax. Tax.
There be.
In the end, it's kind of the strand now. Oh, for one. Antino, NDC bas, and I say I continue to bas, and so I know say for home. The Sunday morning, a bit messy. If people were allowed to move from their houses to register, shall lactating matters a month for your from saying a month for they have to go and queue. There's a month for home because of the congestion. Yeah, I started to say one of the areas a month will be Kotugu. And the people of the people living with disabilities, earlier press conference talking about they are physically challenged and they cannot be carrying their wheels and entering into cars and so on. Said any wheel body or the cockroach. Wait, man, move from that place to a pool. And you know about the fear. Most of our candidates and our MPs are now bearing cost. They have to buy jackets, travel over 100 kilometers. Why? At the end register, every policy and every law is not made to put pressure on the human being. In fact, when that law puts pressure, it's no more a law and it should be disobeyed.
But that's it. Papa, Honorable Timothy. I want Tirim or a former member of parliament for Dwaso North and Ote in Kano. But my main cow said DBS Ubi Crew Daya DBS and Emma roofing products Papa Ma Ode Crew Dano said and they India the crew a tram DBS amount steel trusses na Ode a project in area somehow 20-year feeding warranty plus a warranty certificate. It's for any chair and cry ha Ube DBS Spintex Road on Ben Papa restaurant so and Saperman China morning China omo sa toll free number 0800 6262 and 0240-844-444. Kumase factory number no 0506004141 or Tamalin so only DBS and Kasa 050-133-2897. Takradi Fonso Mfre 0506004242. DBS Industries Limited, your roofing expert. DBS Industries Limited, roofing papa Efi Eneho. Nana Fredia Ofuri Atta is a member of the MPP communications team. Nana?
CJ.
Adom.
Mina Timothy, me no nacheba. Na yeni mi awache.
I see.
No, so no DMP.
Yeah.
So oko Samre no oko parliament. So na me program ho. Parliamentarians are in Hujo. Yeah, and you kind first five I made in the back.
I see.
And Ubia nipa mano. Wow. Penny pass. Oh yeah, I know they made in a dance here. Ubia nipa emano.
And I pay Oba Michan Sam. He made a comment. He just the first time I met him, the first time I met him, but I just shook his hands. Also, you look well dressed, and I made that say.
Ubia nipa mano. Me hunu pena. Ave okuma me de banyina na asa akade. Me try ya no pen se ne kasa no. Me de hanji chemu to ho be 85% no o kan bravo station so etwi nti ni okan na ayekwa manga se obi nti brofu me say aha etwi station nti ni okan na e brofu nyina atosum nti no ye de radias if say nukre wo mse se uni hwe campaign of the brofu
wakasa sama
kan asama kan I say your friend saying come in Kruma pencil and you see okorale na okasa obekasa bewi na obi amanfo bi say me kora okasa yo e den okai okasa pa e sa den okai okasa e bi na oge okabro funti atosio na asama da ponso no emzel miniama mienu o se miense bi ha me won ni di ka de na bibia Ghana fo bibia Ghana fo pese ekutia unimza tse bibia e Ghana no Ghana fo so obuena no ni di ka ne se onkuntia adekro e se Ghana adenti asama meken udenya butreza wa onye bidia udenya butre na une nipa di nkomayati bibia isi ye na juma ni nhihye kire se edrum osusu na se ohun se edru ba bia esese otro nipa din a no atro nhihye ode be na emra na ode akoto mra se bedwam no yetim so won tim so anu akoye na juma emra na ode koya na so de koy
yeah
one team so na
there be
one team so ndi ede no oye juma because one team so ejuma na oye se na emre da ho no ne team so nti no to me no sana me pa kire
na mfese obusa new CI na okay
ejuma oye se
yeah
homra
yeah
no de ejuma
okay okay
so what mas
matwasi
na samra no men kai si atro no baby say when you kwa Yenfre NDC, MPP, PNC, CPP, parties na kana papa na everyone say.
LPG.
Papa. I know you
Kofi Akpalu.
Kofi me ni ano. De ene mediato. We pesa men kuminya kasa. Me ni madam Kofi Akpalu. Say nya de obe win election na. Inti me but to me the same tuja na ewie mo ya kono wono na me chen
yeah
emrano ya tro obi din mum sa se LPG wo emrano ana MPP inti ade ni ye hu sa se isi kwa se wenti ni MPP kan ya ontumi nya adwuma
o point pa ni saying na Africa
eno na make
yes.
So NDC one person when say when akasenti and so NDC EC ni ejuma just say NDC nsem no enfanye ejuma apu Ghana na Ghana o enye NPP na enye NDC Ghana ye demra ye ejuma na boayen uyim ACJ na Timothy na oboka by the way musi and the dust dey via
65
and the amount for super how na bra yes next year the 65 or see next year will be the 66 which means to say last year will be 64 anyway ya ma trin kwa nyam nko so nshira
amen
na isi ejuma no ni ameminim afi bia 92 ay fiti abato party bia ni honoma unya kwan wan presi beti nasem 92 ale MPP 92 yanko ntia isi woni amabi si bisa nsembi samre no na NDC JJ Rawlings netiso samre no ukoto abakra yetumi kira o se uko ifa o sakutima NDC fo ene wan be kan de wan ko ukoto a story bi nipa okay no owu ye nche ni krom wan ko to abana anadwo na ade be chia me akoto abana ena NDC for free krom afo no ena okeka kire won se ochina ye koto aba mokwa aha na yɛde adeɛ no to
nipa ɔkana sɛ so wɔn ntimi
nko bisa na me chairman na no asi na
sauce na be block the sauce
so no say ya obi aka nkroma ho asem nkroma ɔte ase na me de make obi de na on person
that's right so na free
da na mo bon nkroma ɔte ase na nipa ne se adechin no so no de MPP ni te ba na ya kan aba ne fancy nipa 100 a one kind no 999 NDC ewa na word be o isi de men kan eso but ewa no si na asumesi ben na so den ne NDC for ekire ni ene one si den obi na manipulate or dane niama ama na favor MPP anya NDC for ya no one court na nsen ya your friends one si one kwako hwe se yebetumi ahwa ama isi the results about say na one ni hwe no tweti party wo yefi emra na ni bre wo hono ma ye to aba ewi ase no ura your friends Johnson say dunketia na nsen oye ni campaign wa anka se no ni hwe atrona no endinam we twan trochre Ghana for ma won ya won members dwudwudwa ho ehye tai ni niama anam refi won NDC for na mpani vo ya asefo mpo ese no won boa no won twan tro won ni no kranchre Ghana for en won say mere seiska ema ahantani ni ekeke kan ho be wura Ghana mu mpani vo say na ye won kasa yensan tibium isi ye na juma o how na wo no na si je na no ye ba ye di sankomo yo na be kate o say me any MPP ya ji atum say e ka ye nko nanka isi etumi ko baby a e ka ye nko nanka metimi fie na isi abo awura ho say chirodin na tse me ntuka nko baby a me nsiska metifie na me hufufu na me chiro medin na entumi masa wo bebia wo wiase entumi masa e wo bebia wo wiase odin hihaba hweso na ye adwuma no dana won bu adwuma no eni 3 hours na ora sie dunketia ono a obeka kire yen se won twa ntro kire no ono abegina edwum se easy for any mama NPP. Ajuma na started 3 hours in do ye. Nti se say easy see we nya 182,000 nipa no. And no MPP for nko na register. Now ko register e bisa so party ne de. Abro ne beyi na emo Ghana da. Abro any beyi emo Ghana da. Na se se du baby a Ghana for mfa ho ne party our support. Impeni for ye niam bia esese muhu se emwa na mon kansa nkyere won yenka ne beboa Ghana ni nya sa kasa we na ECA adwuma ma MPP nti ya won wa ban mu ECA adwuma ma NDC ana era Charlotte o say ere na manfo anfanye no ura Dr.
Godafarijan
eden ya anfanye no edin pa ni amfani ono grade ya ni afeno say ya na manfo de ne jot no na ehuro no kakra eden ni amfani no Justice Boating eden ni amfani no if we say sa Fourth Republic onim say ya First Republic, Second Republic, Third Republic, Fourth Republic here by ya eno atena no eno kra na ni isi fo kosin obia Orakins linyina wenya ne baby ko ye papa Emra no DEC 79 obi aka ne wasem na bakosem yet is a bibi and in those days it was not an easy election 69 Urapalu crab sorry and I know you easy inti aden na sa pensu denya na yenyina ye pentia dani super easy yema wonye won adwuma. What is it? no crebe ni eni e wo ye huntia daniel pese super won
unyin this
edintro na ade necessary political parties and oka basin we ni no cre
na me can be
basin no
ba na ubisa then ni esinti but from where I said me so be feel say maybe ye kebi mama nkebi ye democracy no anyini and about one also reforms bebre abemu but me my worry is moving forward how we can make the EC as independent as possible so that
because then I trust any independent
because when the MPP is in opposition I was sending a move electoral commission ever so NDC is opposition to say I was sending a move electoral commission ever and it's worrying for the ordinary Ghanaian.
But does that mean that the EC is not stable? Asama okaino. Ufiti no see as the EC no as say who's or independent. And I'm besides then a trese onye independent. In some okaino en trese onye independent. Mabobo din fiti justice Boatin so ebesi Dr. Afrejanso ebesi Charlotte Seso ebesi Charlotte say super no we are say na MPP woni inti anki hro MPP yetumi hro say muri dede nyina sa bani
Charlotte say kro ya obo na na do dan kwa kufu adodin
inti asema make so what I'm saying say then the say easy no all these years and you're independent.
That maybe now you are praising the electoral commission because you are in government.
Oh, I get tired of repeating myself, especially if I know say what I'm doing is wrong. So if in 92 I had a problem with Justice Ofuribuati,
yes,
and if in 96 was 2000 I had issues with Dr. Farijan, and I don't sit back and reflect and see say what I'm doing has been inimical to me. Why am I making Timothy Brofuni? Or because I'm a percentage, not the irony. So man susu ant nasi and who said another Friday away. And then a Ghana moye. See, I'm first having now to your home. And young baby. And so far, near area, I say, I'm him. Because they say, easy, 92, you to me, Rollins, oh, Justice of Everybody now, easy, sir. If you like, go back, Bisa and Benimfo. Say, in spite of circumstances, I knew womb, a mere new womb. Now, Rollins, any person will be a done at 2 years old. And this is for 2 hours in the anti we are saying anyway. As a man make a also a chin into no as a man make no as a chino and ya. So when the 2 see us so some random papa Nijina ya near see and in yarding. It do baby yet 2 years here and 2 abandon crab you. Okay. MFE agronum. Etro home macra. And no. Nina, then a chresena easy on your nejuma. And say, let my vote count. Okay. You can't send be never be I want ye every asiano. You can't abano. Let them. Intimacy, I never be near and say ye chi. Ah, near your dream say, as a seeing. I want near maybe or I'm wying. The end, a big jay. Near my best affata. A pepwa. Are there in a political parties and as see a kaika in the passe, yanko troiding? Are there in a media for mum pesa jumane? Are there in a moon for foot to enter mine muse a month for a dintrono, a bois, a wasedie, so ubenya card na ya de tuabano. Ade na mujama political parties nti ne amanfo jujwa ye ho anka nya political parties anka we be jujwa won ho ana report no by na see NDC NPP so we anka se Ghana for won see NDC NPP because sana akoba no ade nti ade na san komo no de yendi the civic responsibility was said the say your mind banty as so your man or mind bapantino obekwa kochro wudin wati wetumi akire wadin sa card no apart from Ghana card no nso tumi ya ID ma ukra eboawo ewo wabrabum ho kire wa ode kire obi be hu so ya asomasi adenti ne hu se sa ne ama ne yekra eboayen aden ne yembo sa ade no hu dero na ne onim no watumi ate ase no watumi akoje tise ama political parties ayansa na se ye base ye ho
na NCC for
but onim se honti na ya na mebo media for echi na mabo parliament for echi if say NCC aden obi amwa
resources.
Yes. Da ben dana mo discuss on budget. Mo bisa ban se na re na mo ma on 2 cedi no ma on 10. If se munim se won asedi ni. Ada ne yenti da se MPs e bisa sang nsem no wo mrahye bedwam. Na so wen bisa ada na media for no so mo fa ma na o man no so enti. Ona meche ye niema ebe intina unza mifiti ya mesi ada na da na negatives nkwa na defeat Ghana nkomo na niema na sisi yenye na obiba so ye MPP ni NDC ni oye nipa ye dwidwa no adan se okoji card if se ni party beto aba nyame mpengu no wewu na opre inti yenya nkomo bi ena MPP for na EC4 ya ma won ene MPP4 ya basi na NDC4 nano me TV so NDC ni no si okotwi ne nkrofo akọ o se okoto srade nam twi mi no kan no ba ko na meti
oh na Africa twi be ba na mo o se no wanya ni sika na so the very srade nam
srade nam no wan read court na ebo won kanu srade nam no eno court ebo kan na me patre se
mami
no kre woman ne se se basin ya wan baasi bi opeso trem se MP before aban sika ne de baasi ni ba asen ben na mo keke na ne sa de na chese munim hu bi se chese na mo aban mu na mo ye ni sa adwin sa na ma trim ankamia kan ankomo bi nso no ano be shido ankamia ka se kronfo ne nim kronfo but mintu men kasasa eze nye kasapa me tse aden ena mo mpese Ghana ko ne nim mo hwe ma me se rane se nipa chro wundi nipa da so chro wundi eno ne hia ye hwe se ye betumi aka bibi media by the way CJ ma menka we mfentwato e kamenko na wanya ahodin ni akade a wentumi di konkrasi kochrodin emiamia na opani Timothy eboboboi mafa hoda Ghana ma metu Ghana kwenda ama kokoko nkruso 96 the whole of Ghana I taught Ghana samre no na ene akufo dada ma akwan edem sin samre no na nipa kochro wundi and you want it to be easier if say akwan ni bi wo no ma no krenye to say kwantintin eno okay e bi o ka anko na e bi aba intino se yenya kwan nanka won nyina ye mani ye efo ma won se omre nso betumi achro ni dia kebede kebeboy inti mempire no but no nkyere se ye nso pa isi yen kanse mo anye no kre ni entity Ghana for ni entity yentem ma mpuntu ne nkoso ma
medase nana Fredua Oforiata ena ote nenka no mejiri se abrabo ayebwe obi nim ochenasem bibia betimi asi obetimi atofamo a wonsori ebi akwanhia betimi asi ara betimi abo but men hyenkom
because we na all this ankom as owu ba
Oh, Debbie.
Because we are now.
Me turn there, Nana Fredia. Hey,
you are about ton again.
Me hear about
Mpensenpensenmu.
Where are you?
Yes, I knew you, but Mpensenpensenmu can make the colors.
Okay, me ba ho this year. Me shankom boni anase manoda sumina so. Bibi sa etowa. Begidi se umboabo ho be kire wo pa. Enu nti na ene snaked the seed about self-employed enrollment drive. Say adwuma bia wudie no bosome so a wan so betimi de kakra to wa yesi say be ahohene nti ene eja ebowere enti wuni mo chena semi say wo ye wa adwuma opamade wo ye mason ni wo ye fitani wo ye interior decoration auto ade online bosome so a kakra wo de be ma snake mo de ato ho ma no na dachi bi se utofemu a ana se bibi nti wuntimi enkomba ye fre bibi invalidity pension benefit invalidity na se ochina bibi ato wo no na senate wo mo ehwe sa kopem se ohombeto ana so onkwande nyina ko so be free asase so no senate na wo mo ebehwe wo nti wo twen den. And they say, oh, you're self-employed, fashion designer, oh, you're business owner, register with SNET. Now, if you sign up for seed, you know, we now sign it up. Nafi what dial star 711 star 9 hash star 711 star 9 hash nafi would reach our contributions and kakran busa eya wodachi intifano personal eya wodachi intifano personal one is net enkasa 0302 611 622 0302 611 622 social media ninyina so no at SNET Ghana na when one more Eddie Enkomo honorable.
Yes, you see,
manage brief now. Next,
Nana Free, my big brother. Look, it's not that political parties, ye ma electoral commission yejumo. Electoral commission kasadio yeno, ye fa laws na establish na laws and regulations na mo omo ankaso mo de ye registration eno no mu disu. Omo disu ana ya sheda, ana ye put pressure omo ana. Look at something like Sudanese mayor sacked after slapping a woman. Who is that woman? A public figure. So the public is so important to every government. Shegana card now I can share me and look at my state. When I Ghana card 2020, it took me up to 2022 before I got my Ghana card in Tamale. I had to go several months. Look at my status. I was driving around, and finally I got it in.
For my people,
yes, but I had a means of going from one registration center to the other. Different. The institutions must also be seen to be doing, and consultation and consensus building are the biggest tools we can always. And then IPAC by as I said, electoral commission. Momon kwan kwatena home fire junior. Say yen ye fire edia junior ba. Na mo amoye major stakeholders no. Sa junior we na mo fire di ye juma. We the midway chat to because of your distance. Look at the Catholic standard. The heading is this is the editorial. Electoral commission must show abundance of sensitivity to public opinion. So I say, bro, from today, I'm kind of afraid your interpretation. Well, I can't about it. They said that for the Catholic standard, a Catholic standard accordingly and passionately urges the Electoral Commission to take decision for fear of courting undeserved accusations as a public institution, a hidden agenda, or any the negative perception of a non-caring public institution. Positive perception about the Electoral Commission transparency is amenability in deliberations, and its credibility in processes are the very tools the Electoral Commission can rely on to fight off doubt or mistrust within the diseased politics of Ghana. The Electoral Commission should be the first to be consciously aware and wary of partisan mistrust, any slight misconception about the commission and its work should be a slippery road to political violence, as it has happened. As it has happened in sub-Saharan, it goes on. But if you look at it, it's the same thing we are talking, my brother. They are also yes, so over translate. Yeah, can say the Catholic standard. On background, they are almost added. The political party, civil society, and individuals are talking about the electoral commission and so on. And so mutie no munya there because mudi external cost 6,000 electoral areas and now even 40,000 polling stations now. And taxpayers' money. We have not complained. You sent your budget, and initially you yourself through a number ban say, "Okay, budgeted for 268." One is sir. So you know the geography of this country. This is the heaviest raining pattern in the north, August, September. Even rains in even cry. How we move from Dansuman to Sakomana, Kwaiwa. We move from Ashaman to it is so. You must do your work and allow the public to praise you. We are saying instead of us praising you, should be a dear bedroom. We've been talking about electoral commission. And I say, I can't add the assembly floor. So this is just my take on.
Okay, Medase. Adom 106.3 FM. A few of the comments here. Mami K Papebi on Facebook said, "I'm still appealing to the electoral commission to listen to the plea and grievances being raised by the good people of Ghana regarding challenges being faced at registration centers in order not to disenfranchise persons who are now 18 years and above from exercising their civil rights come 2024 general elections. It is possible, DMB, regards to Honorable Kwesi Ameya Ocheme, Honorable Bafwewa, Honorable Awu Banahene, and all MPP regional executives. Nidia or Debaye, and no. Now, there's a story. There's a
man translation.
Oh, Nana Fredia.
Oh no, can't say me 2 times. Me the mama about
one time put him 3 times.
Okay, Nana Fredia.
Profu no kind as it said ni Nana Fredia can chin na sanity. Catholic standard name Nana Fredia ya dream.
Almost almost Jimmy
IMF ede womo quarterly finances ede abetuja, and there's a story on my Joy Online and I'm going to discuss it briefly. As we speak currently, Ghana has retained the first position as Africa's highest borrower from IMF. And this is according to the fund's quarterly finances, July ending 2023. And as I report, according to the fund's quarterly finances, July ending 2023, the country's outstanding loans to the Bretton Woods institution stood at special drawing rights 1.689 billion as of July 31, 2023, equivalent to $2.227 billion US. This is 451 million US dollars SDR, higher than the 1.246 billion SDR recorded as of April 30th in 2023. Ghana received 600 million US dollars as a bailout package from the IMF in June 2023 to revive its economy after going through fiscal challenges. So, Honorable Timothy, as usual, the worry of the ordinary Ghanaian is borrowing. And with all the resources that are available to us as a country, and especially with IMF, I think this is about the 17th time or 16th time I call IMF for bailout. And currently, per their quarterly report, Ghana and number one, the whole Africa,
well tight. African title in Africa. You see, I say, there's nothing wrong with borrowing. But what you use the borrowing for is the problem.
Responsible borrowing.
Responsible borrowing. Into Ukoje Oko jisika na de bana sa wode beye puntu adwuma asa sika ne betimi tua no ho a enye bone but wode sika ne ba sa wode ba beye one or two issues wode sika ne ba wa anye sa na sa project no is still stagnant, then you haven't now achieved the aim of the borrowing. Once the MPP government say yeah, we're borrowing too much, and borrowing is a lazy man's job. Into move the country from taxation, borrowing into production. So the beya your home behind high. Into yeah, you won't say when you call for IMF policy credibility on mine 900 million. They criticize it vehemently. And one catcher, Papa Bomia, Vice President, catcher said he works at the Bank of Ghana and he knows there's money. Who quoted severally. A lot of quotations. Now you can see saying, Anna Mubani, the first thing you did, apart from the IMF, was that you went and borrowed total borrowing. When we left, apart from the IMF, no, $13 billion. Total borrowing. As at now, we own the Paris Club, I think at 1.9 billion, the Chinese to 1.8, the Bretton Woods institution, we own them so much, and our own borrowing from other capital sources. No, the question I say, Bisano Power, no, Sikano never he.
Sikano
yet, what can say your time, no? The rating agency rated us at B3, but we call it a junk economy. That is a junk economy. Economy are pro and today, is that the same rating you are having? CC, even the revised is not CC. When we say, what income our government we are through taxation alone is almost 400 billion. Taxation, and that is, I'm taking the figures from the budget, not from my head. You get it? In 2020, it was 383 billion in taxation. Share. Look at foreign remittances alone to this country. Foreign remittances, the government got $6 billion. And look, you call IMF, no catch you say you call IMF. You call because you call IMF we are a proud country. We are not going. Even at that afternoon, now President number free IMF na Kanumpo now man fuji na Parliament because say you call IMF. Deputy Minister of Finance. Other way, John Kuma. Now he didn't know that while he was talking, now President now free IMF say me patch my country now collapse me bahonomo. How do you do that? Now we are holding African title. Would the company well name say me disufor? Even Somalia, a failed country, they've not gone this way. Yeah, but can almost say it's because of COVID and Ukraine. COVID in Kwa, you got over 30 billion Ghana cedis. When COVID no. When your friend special audit now by no, it kept it at 21 billion, yes sir. But special drawing rights no 1 billion The Auditor General did not add that one. So he made it even 1 point and was say expenditure alone was about 12 billion. Into 9 billion kind of dear na year man fancy hospital. Man fancy she say yare for no koda hono. Man fancy schools. So we are borrowing to consume. Consumption alone. Shall we check the total income for this government? It's getting to 1 trillion Ghana cedis. And capital expenditure is just about 52 billion. 52 billion. That's why this kind of sana. Are we going forward or we are not? Today we are being embarrassed. Now, Obiana Unam Bibiano Ghana, Omuchia, say, well titled, the Maji borrowing title, borrowing title, she and Fanko Eshi. She borrow and Timmy and Cassam, but she borrow idea a travel gas, the Vinia Unim. A travel gas on Kwama $300 million a year. Port expansion, okay. MPS.
Yes.
It gives us $200 million a year. Your friend is Terminal 3. We've paid off. And so on. Into borrowing per se is not good. It's a human out there. No, she borrow your hospitals. I build from the University of Ghana Hospital and Upunamo Parliament. I was part of it. For the Rich Hospital to the numerous hospitals, including the Bank of Ghana and Kwame printing over 80 billion. And unilateral and Omonkwasa Trango 48 billion. Already a check government. Inti sasika 80 billion na omo print here no menua anka omo de yen krankwan roads enu Kumasi mporos anka eti hanmo yen finance 18 billion ma print omo de ye roads nkwan me no kan no point the contractors are owing about 15 billion. Construction projects have stalled. School feeding, would have named them and so on, they are all stalled because they are not omuntia contractors. Amad the economy has become contracted as it's difficult.
But Honorable, it's also important to note, say, Ghana a special drawing right 8 million, equivalent to $10.55 million to the IMF.
How much 8 million?
Yes.
Special drawing right, how much do we call it? Now I could tell you now bong do so be what to be that. As at now we are not paying our creditors. So over the 52 billion nana can say we are withholding, not that we will not pay. It means that the problem has been forwarded ahead for generations to pay. We are not paying it. And IMF na coin. One thing that I say munyina muhuni say IMF na course is here no. It's only to give us credibility. Say the bear a bit more could borrow from capital market. And yet $3 billion in Tina core IMF no. So as can Bank of Ghana a some remittances alone. We got $6 billion. It's not about the $3 billion. It is to make us credible. But my credit worthiness, in terms of in terms they reduce it. Just a big brother. Oh, I am the big brother behind Minue. You know, bet Marco Boro or Boro Santino or Shan who share or Chan who left and or Chan who become ye. Into the the banks will be confident enough and the capital market will be confident enough to be able to also give loans. In a coin, it's not just about the money. Say money no coin, say a coin on buy no more stand there. Anna, I attempt me be so much back. Say your mama was running an incompetent government. But you hand over mamono. Your balance sheet no could borrow $13 billion. Mamudu balance sheet co international market no. Ye pamomo. And I'm buy. You hand it over to yourself, yes, sir. Some take over no, hand over to themselves in 2021. And after 2021, we were banned from the international market. Around the American, but Nipa now hand over mano, the credibility and the buffers of revenue you create here, you use that like Esla Nikika Honomutimiko borrow the buyer. The first one you remember 2.2 can bond and so on. It is not the matter of borrowing. It is how you use the money for the benefit of the people. This IMF Nakasana is an indictment on us because look, Mwana Mukasa Monkohon. I feel the alcohol more. Marcon so anyasa the IMF now who say mon bomb home into no radio me. Only the policeman I bet na Bank of Ghana. So one share near mana more your hormone, the printing of money, and they've even recommended to the people of this country that Bank of Ghana Act no. They have a say and sign review to make the Bank of Ghana much more independent. Said the bear. Yentimi force Bank of Ghana governor no money print or should abuse the law. The law is 5% of the total revenue of the following year.
Yes.
Or call beyond that, our parliament to go and be permission and son or call beyond that. And Ken knew, Honorable Kenofurata knew, the governor knew. But I imagine the baby. Once a Bank of Ghana paying where the buy now. Now the president said that he could not work with him. Was it because the normal Guinness on borrowing illegally like this and print more money illegally until no one can say the previous Bank of Ghana no one common form one munipambra na. See the United States government so Osan the economic advisor Esandi aba the Minister of Finance amomo. Until purchase and the Yale University, the Columbia Universities, their bank, from financial investors, Bank of Ghana. No? That fellow was a deputy, a junior to Dr. Addison at the IMF when they were there. That guy was not reporting to Dr. Addison or reported to Obi, and Sana Sani Pana reported to Addison. Ni fa junior no mo de ba no the advisor at the Bank of Ghana. What was the IMF? What didn't Masina IMF send it to you? That someone now, no aye juma oba omodia, none on ben po oba officer, just or boko one case don't come, he will not come. Or no, they na be you as supervisor at the whole Bank of Ghana. Meno can of power in the minia. Say a rated Bank of Ghana. Where will the Bank of Ghana be? For the first more than 40 years, the Bank of Ghana has gone insolvent. Into a rated bank. Central banks across the world are, where will your bank do? Equity mpodi and can was and mohonomo. Into no, if the IMF no kaye, as somewhere ya can't that the parliament, the debate is there. Our parliamentary has about the type of borrowing we do not be a corner, maybe a borrowing the be sitting United has gone off and off. But MC Chrome Hanono, we believe the Bretton Woods institutions than even to opposition in Ghana, even state. Civil society organization amount for more many deal economists in poor can that because about a different agenda to run a different economy. So
papa another day
see when is if we are no entity in the background one year like this like that unimsa kasano
I know what you're saying.
I say as if or you say kakra no ada or than like this like that Ghana for bro
searching sayem
Ghana for bro want to be that that's how me know 70s boys Debbie, Mrs. like this, like that. I say, or to say, I know what. What's your tea? 74. Now, to say, I dear at that thing, says here, Beckano, or you can be that. In some not those one, I mean, baby, I mean, fitting. And that's why you see, I can't say, when you're incompetent. Sabro for now, you can't, and you won't, yeah, busy ne. Near Nukra almost still one incompetent.
And more competence, more energy way. And
as a mamma can let you one. I make myself now be some. There be some there be and yes, as a minute so be some. Make come with them. All come as a I know him is a question. All kind people first and when be some question. I don't know media. There be what you want to be tea. It's all tea no. Yin I eat and have me come with them say. One year, Katra was so. Katra was so one year incompetent, no. A chihuahua besine. Nanukra woman is still 1 year incompetent. If there's some more, one keke, and a year won't ya. Sir, Rabba me, I can't them. A down ready. Not a bear moon so ampa. So rating agency say me no Urekufa do kokaya ene a baby man in I dream who see a baby rating agency. Okay. Yes. What was the purpose? If it's a broken one, yeah, it's been discussed. Say Africa should get their own rating agency. I remember the statement, but I'm saying that recently it's been announced that they are considering it.
No, but even as I had to say the African peer review mechanism, under NEPA, now to me the African president peer review.
Just a she knew before ya saw Nipenim.
Freddie.
Nana medasi dia nsa medasi nana fredia edini nyina ye nana fredia agema for
all right
tio ebian se making concept okan a oboagu just bibia ye bibisem bia no na ye bugu ye mpe ye de da nanu ya Rekufado ekokan se edu Mpensenpensenmu bia esise bibiman san hihye na esusu yesika semo amayaman no esise bibifo so enya ye de and same time you disanko ade no cancer if say wo ko wanim na obo homodin na brofo no kan o hye wo ko wanim a obo homodin na brofo kan o hye ye kan o hye na before ndc for so e kan o hye nti ebe no akọ wanim
let me read it just to confirm rating agency assembly now.
Good.
And I'm reading this from
NDC for me campaign one so sorry assembly chinama was sorry ko person we are seeing say radio
Euronews.com. African Union to create own credit rating agency.
Yes.
And I'm reading I say the group believes international credit rating agencies have been giving erroneous ratings to African countries. The African Union, AU, plans to launch its own sovereign credit rating agency next year as an alternative to the big three international rating agencies, which it believes unfairly rank countries on the continent.
African peer review mechanism. Rating agents so
let's discuss the move.
See me buana.
No correct.
Say Catholic standard can same thing. And no so I can the same.
Can na one out
me. Nietosu. Also can we pe was starting bogubium. Again na before ye adia ni epese akutia. Ye wonim defo. Ye wonipa won nim ade. Nyame ache ade. Ye koye nimpe na ye ya ye atwe ho san. Ebe ni akoye nim. Ya ankoye nim so ani Yesu. Ebi no pani yes here. O ka positive no. Osan the negative betum. There be me impeti.
And it's also a very good point. How we can sustain this, because for a very long time now, some Moody's, Fitch, S&P, they keep making errors,
which is why we're fixing ours.
Absolutely.
Me say NEPA na is African peer review. Presidents want to want to use one day chino.
Now, is it the
presidents are? Is this they are changing? Constitutions.
It's not the same thing.
The rates will be the difference.
Nepad say Ghana and this is for Nepeku ye. That's why I sorry ye kua. Nepad nebe ba stop one. Edding say be stop. But oya say sika semuya.
Yeah, the rating our own rating agency.
Nyame Mpengu say when be ku amana bem Nyame Mpengu. Na say ko ba so wa ye ku bu na ufise obetumi akosisa sa mechanism no. Ebe susu sika sem. Inti se usika sem da biya na se said that na when they are 2A o ba nti ne no one jai. That's the difference. Inti asema kan entoso inti jai ka inti na meka obrofo na doso do inti afa o mix asem no kra o kan obi enti ase. Now asem biom so de ba ya me tese o kan sem bebre ana etonsium but ave me ho yira me kra na ba ko kan se yakofa economic advisor ba. Na utie ni nchirichiri mu na economic advisor no na nko ohye Dr. Addison ase World Bank na ohye nase be miensa ene edunaba ejuma de se CJ ni opa kire ne se ne ekwe de wo enso so otumi ye Adom TV penida ani opa kire no
adenti
azembe no okay se ni pa chronic said papa nase wo baby inti no ntumi nya adwuma. Now, Ghana, na meka sempe na etwi mo.
Honorable, we just have some few minutes.
And I mean so me chire. What has them they Ghana me? Why all John the Baptist Jesus about us unity? And also why you asem no say, Kunim say economic advisor, Sabio, asemo kan I mean AI say why Udumza. It's a patch say and say tis opposite choice in the background a small baby and he had in a brain.
I believe the point he's trying to make is say we have the men. We have the men. Why do we bring in
Unim say some of the best surgeons in the world are Ghanaian.
Yes.
They work in England. Are England for no any men? As a man, I'm okay. America, what bank are you? Your friend say, Mami, I know Nigeria for finance minister. Okonjo,
yeah.
Not on your World Bank. I mean, what are we talking about? Say yakophobia bana ofi baby. Don't we send people? Me papa Ken Friata, Papa Jones Friata. He was advisor, Rollins buyer, or best say a Mamu or Ghana has seen. Neso Figana, no Janico. Ojanico. Ojani no Uganda for cancer, Ghana for Pewa, de Pelbra, and obey economic advisor. Papa be Nancy Antem, Waka baby, Ura Dramana, Martin Dramana. No, Attorney General, MC Lesotho, Botswana, Ghanani. So, what kind of analysis is that? Now, the next point, therefore, is Yanka positive, no, Makwetia negative, no. Christopher Mokan is Mopa Abuabo Bonsam, Mapa Boabo Bonsam, Wakatu from Wepra. Now, Yanka positives, near me Kosu Ghana in Tia. Si Yakojiska or IMF, Enya Boni. And why you just say Nyaya Nanka and Sisa Bassa? Ewo can be so. If you say Udika atiti, Eka Udika, Mize Medica na Medizem Godrin go am faso etua. San nipa bebre oka odwen ho na wapekwan a odebetika. Na okobo bosiano a adwen pobe na dem nti a okobo bosiano. Opening kasa no kan bi. So okoji skana so di adwuma ebe boa amawa peja. Na guvado ba be mo no den no ka kire. Oka brofu bi okai. I'm in a hurry. Okay, Zabrofu. I'm in a hurry. No pentema heading. Or pentema magana konenim. E wumpuntu kwanso. Into your see a bear one district, one factory. Factories ni NCC yana. NCC ko. Emma Nkrofo enye juma wom. Sa kandia na ya de besi factory into CJ buy or say opebosia ne odi akosini factory. Ni akope skamano. Says kana eni nke okofano. Minti da say NDC for a campaign say amanfo nkutia yeto. Never. They never do that. Health facilities, baby eko say ho yare. Na nze ntem yangazi esisi. Eno no akadia ye de besi na he ekofa no. Akwan na ayeye no. Akwan awodo ayeye wo Ghana. Sa ho akadia he ekofa no. Nancy ntem ye friends say ora Brian Champon be di minister. One was any okeka na ho agric. Fitimpa emra Nana Akufo-Addo enya tumi no. Hweniema waye agriculture. Hweniema yetumi aye agriculture. Eno no akade na he ne ekofa no. Railway hu ntoko aye ku. Ye bompa esi bitumi ahwama mpaka dan no ne akekeka ho abaso amane amakoyi no. Na ke yenko feska no. Na sa ne ma nyina no ye awie no na Akufo-Addo 2025 January 6 upon no say to every Jubilee House. Now abobo railways no hospitals national botum not the kufi. Is that what's going to happen? School summer ye kan ya ye sisi school dying. Ye mia ye nia hwama ne makoyi. Na dachima enya disuana nkrofo bi kutia no ka say ndisi for kutia free SHS. On said that kutia say maso obi say 20 years. Obi say ya bro. Afa do baby a won ho kire won o say obey review. Na si for mama. Ada na me dey do super na me si for monta.
Na obi a me man si fam.
Debit me say ntem.
Nentem no.
I am for monta. I no sheda man emrese me. Afen so enyuma bi ti say baby ana John Kuma no moy nipe youth one no enyuma wan dia ba amante ne ma ba enye biye akade won men ka say yaya wi o ana men ka say yeduru sura hemem ewe sikasemu men ka say ahochiri ni o. But
I'll move from taxation to production.
It's happening.
You think it's happening?
Yeah, is it not? Yeah, just say any factories are AC. AC be a we. Uncle for your Ghana near my Ghana for them to Ghana near Mo. Now no me calling them your friends Okanshi. Chinese for near my boy, so Ghana for yen, Yamansu and Togana de. You could see a Chinese for our whole day. I think. If you are Ushat is made in Ghana.
Yeah.
Beba. And to man de Yanyan Ghana.
But money,
yeah, there you go. Nefe. I'm on for my studio. Now, I'm king honorable daisy. King yes, I near me ya. Anka Ghana Mpija. And that is what the Kufuado is arguing for. Or see near my bebo Pija Ghana. Isikasem Nasa Nisadia. I can't hear the bay and so called Jiskaba. At the country, I can't say, and this is for one Jiskaquano. Oh, no, Jiskana near Trianum. Mr. Monpointy be a me a kaiwon. Monpointy near my be me a kaiwon. 1
MPS
2 3 terminal 3 Mpajo wako broche na nse
Mfanisa
wako broche na nse Ibrahim na go
it depends on baby o kabeka wase
Ibrahim na go the so tiase say ye kan ne ma be ka Ghana fo nyina terminal 3 ya depa but en kan Ghana fo nyina
no it's a legacy project
en kan legacy Openi, Messi, free SHS. When millions of people in the future will get educated and lift the economy, that's a legacy.
You see?
I say, man, I don't see. Obiani honoma buy our NC.
What's the one this one? Ghana, you two on the phone. Yeah,
who's a mango? Oh, you're not me one. Okay, we say one. And I'm making two. And I'm making three. Three no sooner me bisa and say.
We are still importing rice.
Why?
We are still importing tomato.
Why?
Onions.
Why?
TMO onions.
Let me answer why.
Some say one this one factory. One this one factory. Now I want to say mindo. Mido.
There we go. It's going well. Agree it's your order for
Freddie.
A boy.
Nana, yes, I agree. Nana, dear me can say. One this one factory. I can say it me solve one agri problem. Or one import but the man solve it.
It's not true.
Okay.
It's not true. Factory station now come bro for then
factory say
station now come bro for factory station now come bro for
oh na Freddie
and me punch
me na go count bro
say punch cry bro from what say me say
punch
World Bank
asema person can
850,000 people have slid into poverty
and then you can't say man choose
what is it you do a car me